Hello, welcome back to Geckos and Grotto's comedy adventure podcast, Tales from the Campfire. I don't know what this one is. Derek, take over.
This is Scooby-Cthulu-Doo.
Scooby-Cthulu-Doo.
Well, thank you all for joining us at 9 a.m. on a Saturday, 8 a.m. for some of us. We're barely awake. We got our coffee. One of us brought their cuddles.
What?
I brought whiskey.
We got all the
Irish
bases
coffee.
covered.
One was betrayed.
So with that, this is our second Halloween spooky episode of the season, probably our last. So enjoy it while it's here. And with that, so Derek is going to be our grotto guide. He has a special adventure set up for us, and we're also joined by a special guest, Barfy, Joe Barf from Barfy and the Bastard Brigade.
That guy.
Do you have anything you want to share, Barfy? Our two listeners.
No, not right now.
Wonderful. Awesome, Derek. So I guess without further ado, take us away on your spooky adventure.
Welcome back. To give you guys a little preface of this story going into it, I have added a few little extra sprinklings of flavor to the story. Usually in Geckos and Grottos, you have your health pool, which is known as grit in our game. Grit still exists, but instead of dying, you are going to treat grit like your sanity. So when you run out of grit, you go insane, and then your grit restores. Then you have a new status effect that is an insanity effect. Most of this campaign or this one shot is a whodunit themed adventure based off of Scooby-Doo. So that is the vibes that you're going into with this. And I think that's everything that I have here. If you guys want to go ahead and introduce who y'all are, we can start with Tim to lead it off, set off a good example for the rest of the gang.
I'm Tim, and I'm playing Delilah Brooks. Kidding.
Hello, Coach Man.
Wow.
I am Tim, and I am playing Delilah Brooks, the generationally wealthy pretty girl, the Daphne of the group. Delilah is incredibly charming and can talk her way out of most situations. Delilah is a daddy's girl and relies heavily on him to solve the problems that her charm cannot. Delilah is the stylish and wealthy member of the group, gracing every scene with her poise and elegance. Hailing from a prestigious family, she adds a touch of class to the team. Delilah's resourcefulness, mixed with her deep understanding of high society, often leads to unexpected solutions when solving mysteries. Her beauty, grace, and sharp instincts make her a valuable asset to the group. Oh, and her daddy's credit card.
Yes, gotta have daddy's credit card. Let's go with Dan next. Who are you and what do you do? Who is your daddy and what does he do?
I'm Vera Dinkleton, the book smart genius thick girl. I can recall any information from any book I've ever read. I've got poor eyesight, and I can't see without my glasses. I'm brainy and brilliant member of the team. I'm known for my encyclopedic knowledge and quick thinking. My sharp intellect and love for books make me the go-to source for solving complex mysteries. With my confidence and a hint of sassiness, I'm not just the brains of the operation, but I also add a touch of humor to the group with my witty remarks.
Excellent. And let's take us over to Kevin.
I'm Sloppy Reynolds. I'm a staple stoner guy who's hungry all the time. Speaking of which, anyone got some animal crackers? I'm hungry. With my loyal companion, got Paulson Statham here. He will always try to help me out in any kind of dire situation. But normally I'm just a coward. I run away, but I'm just a laid back, perpetually hungry stoner of the group, aka the Shaggy, with an insatiable appetite for snacks and an easygoing demeanor. While he's not always up for an adventure, he can be convinced as long as there's food involved. I have an uncanny ability to solve mysteries with a sandwich in my hand, and makes me an essential part of this team.
Great. Welcome, Sloppy. And we're going to finish off, of course, with good old Joe Barf.
How you doing? I'm Ford Johnson, the handsome leader, jack guy of this group. I can come up with a plan in a pinch. That's why they call me the leader. I'm sure about myself and confident to a fault. I'm a charismatic leader to this group, known for my rugged good looks and authentic prowess, with strong sense of responsibility and unwavering determination. Fearlessly leading this team into solving mysteries. My charm and strategic thinking make me a natural choice to take charge of this group.
Great. Welcome everybody to Tales from the Campfire, Scooby-Cthulu-Doo. Let's get started. We're gonna begin at our at the gang's favorite meeting place. If you guys had to pick a place that the gang would meet up at, what kind of place would this be? Where would it be? Be like maybe the local Taco Bell, Pizza Hut? What are we talking about here?
A very high class steak restaurant.
Oh, I like steak.
It's like Red Lobster.
Texas Roadhouse.
Oh,
Corral.
it's fake steak.
Corral.
Perfect
Butter-
for me.
The muttered
I think-
rolls are delicious.
We're at some steakhouse,
those
like
butter
super
rolls.
fancy and expensive.
Why am I sound weird?
Great.
So
So-
actually not.
So you guys
Where's the
find
kitchen?
yourself at a steakhouse, a fancy steakhouse that Delilah is of course fronting the bill for. As you guys all meet up in your for your daily Mystery Inc. or Mischievous Youthful Sleuths Taking on Enigmas, Riddles, and Investigations Incorporated meeting to discuss a new contract that you guys have just picked up. You were just told about you were just contacted by a mysterious benefactor, and he promised you the largest paying gig you've ever seen. It is so much money. It's like $1,000, which
You promised gold.
so you guys are you just got this really big gig. It promises to be your biggest one yet, your biggest case yet, and yeah, that's what you guys are talking about. You don't know anything about what you're supposed to be doing or anything like that. All you know is that the benefactor has given you a set of coordinates set outside of the small town of Goulsville, Ohio, which is where you're from.
Okay.
First off, I'm gonna go find the kitchen. I'm hungry.
You can't just cook what you want. We have servers for that.
Oh, yo. I just meant to go find the fridge. Go right to the source.
You know, if you just sit down, they'll bring the food to you. You don't have to worry about these people. The food, the
snap.
fridge, it comes to you.
What?
Excuse
No
me, waiter.
way.
My friend here would like some food from your kitchen.
Yeah, bring it all. I want it all.
I'm sorry.
And
You want
some
me to
for
bring
pasta.
all the food?
Yes, and some for my possum.
Okay. Give me it. I'll go tell the chef. We're about to close, guys. You really sure
I
you
don't
want all
care. My
Perfect.
daddy will hear about this. You're going to keep this restaurant open as long as we're here.
Okay. I don't want
I'll
to
eat every leftover that you got. Give me.
I don't want to upset Mr. Brooks. Okay. We'll just stay an extra few hours. It's not like we haven't been here for 15 hours today, getting paid less than minimum wage. Thanks. You better tip.
What?
That's not a problem for me. That's a problem for you.
Don't worry, we'll give you the tip. Just the tip.
Okay. He heads back to the kitchen to let the chef know to start cooking everything they have.
We got this, possum.
That's right, Sloppy. We're gonna eat this place out of house and home.
So, possum, when did you get such a deep voice?
I've always
sound
like this.
Oh,
Pawson Statham is the dog of the group. He is an English Mastiff.
oh, I don't remember that.
We're gonna eat every fucking piece of food they have.
Oh, when did you get
ribeye,
such a language?
Filet mignon.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna eat it all.
Anybody else hearing him talk, or is it just me?
I'm not
Awesome.
listening. I'm eating my salad.
Possum, table manners. Table manners, Possum.
Oh, you're right, Ward. You're right. I'll keep it calm from now on.
So, what about this assignment that we're on, do we need to go soon? Or can I wait till tomorrow? I have a mani-pedi in the morning, and I don't want to do this adventure or this mystery without getting it done first. Okay, I'll just wait till tomorrow. It's fine.
Sounds good to me. I'm just gonna eat. I don't want to go anyway. Doesn't sound good to me.
You guys all get a text on your phone from the unknown benefactor, like this unknown number, and it's saying, we're waiting. Here's the coordinates. Where are you guys? This can't wait till tomorrow.
I don't.
All right, guys. Let's get some doggy bags for all this food. Let's saddle on out here.
Find
Doggy bag.
Ford. Find Ford, the leader of our group. Let's go.
Oh,
Listen to me.
Wait staff, just put it on my daddy's tab. He'll take care of everything.
I want the sandwich.
He starts coming out. He's got like a comically large amount of food on like 2 different trays. He's like, wait, you guys aren't staying to eat it?
I'm attacking.
Okay, I'll go box it all up, I guess. Fucking sake.
We'll be back for that. Let's go, guys.
No, we'll eat it here. I'll eat it.
We don't
all
have
right now.
time. This text was very urgent. We have to go now.
I don't want to go.
Historically speaking, there's a 99.9% chance that there's going to be spit in that food.
Don't matter to me. Extra flavor.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
That is disgusting.
You did it to me last night.
Ford, our personal life does not need to come out in front of everybody, okay?
That was the only thing coming out.
Ew.
Pawson, stop stealing my food.
All right.
Should I call the our driver around in the black Uber or the black SUV Uber?
Yes.
You guys don't have your
Sounds
mystery
good
machine?
to me.
Oh, we do, but I hate that thing.
What would you guys' mystery machine be?
A samba bus. Oh wait, no, that was a van. No, that was a samba bus.
I picture an old VW camper van.
Hell yeah.
The shaggin' wagon is I'll verify it as.
It's called a
Yes.
sloppy wagon sometimes.
No, I am not getting in that thing. Sloppy, that is so gross. I'm not getting in there.
The sloppy toppy machine.
Oh yeah.
It might
I
be
mean-
the. Go ahead.
What if the mystery machine was just a big black SUV? It's a mystery.
It just transforms to whatever we need it to be. One
I
minute
like
it's the A-team van, the next it's a fucking hearse.
Don't
So
push
your
the sloppy button.
your unknown mystery machine pulls up with one of Delilah's drivers that he gets out to present you your mystery machine that at this point in time looks like a shaggin' wagon.
Mhm.
And it says Mystery Inc. on the side of it. Of course, MYSTERI Inc. to avoid any copyrights. And you guys can hop in and get on your way to these coordinates. You put them into your GPS, and it takes you somewhere. It looks like it's off the beaten path. It's not it's not an actual location on Google Maps. It is just like it's like one of those like, are you sure this is right? The directions are right. This can't be a place.
Scary.
So yeah, you guys hop on in. You drive on your way over to these coordinates, and you arrive to a clearing in the woods, and there's some like old stone structures thrown about, and they look like maybe they were like mausoleums or crypts or something like that at some point. You might have found yourself in sort of a graveyard.
Hey, Ford, we were just here last night.
Mm.
That's our plot right over there.
Mm.
Oh, I thought we
Aw.
weren't talking about our personal life.
Sorry, just top of mind. I'm so sorry. Y'all go back to being.
Yeah, I'll pop
Quiet.
something for you.
I ain't
You
getting
know,
out
a
on that.
nickname for a
Stand up.
That?
Vera, you were saying?
I was gonna say a good nickname for a cemetery is a boneyard.
It's called Delilah's vagina after that last scraping.
Hey, Ford, stop it.
Oh, I'm not getting outside. Nope.
I don't like the look of this, Sloppy.
I don't like it either. I ain't getting out. You go first.
Too many areas of attack we can get Snowbug on.
I'll just go out there and get this over with.
I take a treat out of our go bag and I just throw it out there and try to get Pawson to run out.
What do I look like? Some kind of, you know what? Yeah, that's gonna work. I'm gonna go out there and get that.
Go get it, Pawson.
Would you like a costume? I can have my daddy bring me a costume for you.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take a costume.
All right, hold on one second. I go on my phone, I go on Amazon Shopping, and I order a costume for it's from Random Costume Inc. And I order it, and a drone with that his credit card buys this costume and sends it over. So you just hear a little buzzing, and then drops it right on top of Paulson. And
What
it
costume is it?
is a sex doll. It's a high-end silicone sex doll. All things in the vicinity become distracted by Paulson. Did that portrait and skeleton just move too?
This is wrong on so many levels. You know that, Delilah.
I didn't get to pick the costume. I was really hoping that would be for me.
Got that right.
We'll just leave this here.
No,
and,
you got to wear it.
Oh, this is embarrassing.
Awesome.
Okay.
No back.
You
talk.
blend.
Let's
You
get
blend
this
right
going.
in.
Better you than me.
Sloppy, go with him.
No.
He's got this like sex doll flopping around on top of this
All right.
giant mastiff.
I'm gonna. If I'm going with him, he's dragging me with him. I'm gonna freaking grab one of the food items that was in our doggy bag, and I'm gonna grab a chimpy jury, an odd-looking green sauce. Green sauce. Sloppy's mannerisms turn to that of a chimp in community. Okay.
Like he's been practicing that for a while.
Only with monkey. I can only communicate only with monkey noises now.
So
For a lot of
you
time.
guys.
So business as usual then.
So as you guys are monkeying around outside of the mystery machine, you find yourself surrounded by darkness, and somebody give me, or anybody, Vera, why don't you give me a genius roll?
It's a 20, Bob.
It's a 20. So with that 20, you start to see it first and hear it first. You see kind of like darkness creeping around the corners of all the crypts, and you hear what sounds like the skittering of thousands of little legs encroaching on you and the party as you guys start to slowly begin I can't talk today. Begin to become surrounded by this dark skittering noise. What do you do?
Goodness gracious, do you guys hear that noise? It sounds like a million spider legs.
All right, everybody, stay calm. Stay calm.
So as you guys are standing there surrounded by the skittering darkness, I need you guys to, and Vera, you're going to give everybody, for getting that 20, you're going to give everybody good fortune on this roll because you're aware of it coming up. But you soon become essentially covered in this darkness as thousands of tiny skittering legs, or what appears to be, starts engulfing you in darkness. You can choose how you want to make your way through this, guys. You can use a random ability to try to help you, get it to increase your roll or make it a little bit easier. What I need you to do is whatever way you decide to get through this, whether you're using your guts, and for Joe here, this is your like your constitution, your guile, which is like your slyness, your charisma type stuff, or your genius, which is like your intelligence and using your mind. Whatever way you want to try to get through this event to try to stead your mind as you are engulfed in complete darkness. Let me know what you guys want to try to do, and I'm going to have you make a roll, and you have to, it's an easy roll. You just have to beat a 10. So I'll wait for you, Barfi, to just tell me how you want to try to get through this. We'll start with Delilah. How do you want to get through this?
I have something on my wish list that's perfect for this situation. So I go on my phone. Drone daddy, come here. And drone just comes in from overhead, drops a little package on me, and I touch it, and poof, I turn into a sky puppy. It's a little cute bat costume.
So you switched
fly.
roles.
Yeah, so I could fly and use echolocation. So I'm gonna
Okay.
use it to navigate my way around, so these little crittering things don't touch me.
Okay. So I'll give you. So we'll call that a guile, and then for your roll, and then I'll add. You can add an additional +1 to that as you fly out of the as you try to fly out of the darkness.
15 plus 3. Sorry, 15 plus 1.
If the
Plus
15 was
1.
enough, to you fly out of it, you can see overhead, you can see the darkness. It doesn't look like insects, but it is just complete pitch blackness. Vera, what do you want to do to try to get your way out of this?
I wonder if there's anything around I can use. Jankies. So I look around and I find a salad spork. Who made such a hideous utensil, let alone uses this? You know, it looks
Oh, I
like there might
hate
be
your
some lip
microphone.
prints on this. I know it's so bad. I'm sorry.
It's
Just talk
okay.
like that. Wait, just talk like
What if I
that.
just? I have to go all the way down here if I want to talk like that. You want me to
Now
stay
bring
down
your
here?
head. Now bring your head back up. No. Back down. Back down. I'm sorry.
Oh, is this good?
Close, close, back
You
out.
like that?
Back up.
Is that better? Yeah, like this. Is this good? You like that? What about?
That does sound better,
Should
actually.
I try it going faster? Like is this better?
Hey guys, this is why you got to check in and watch the live shows. This shit is hilarious. So
Sorry, boys.
you find a salad spork on the floor, and let me read that real quick.
It's trash, my guy.
Is trash. Jankies.
Janky.
Yeah, so you pick up this fork and you start kind of swinging it around at the darkness. Go ahead and make your roll. We'll call this you can use genius or guile here for you. Or guts, actually, whatever you want to use, but
It's a 5 total.
you get good fortune from your earlier roll, the 20 you rolled.
It's a 13 total.
All right. You're able to break out of this darkness, and you don't see the darkness anymore. You are free from the darkness. You don't hear the skittering. You don't see it. You're able to back it off, fend it off with your spork. Sloppy, what would you like to do to try to escape the darkness?
I'm going to jump into Pawson's arms. Well, there you go.
Classic. It's all right. It's all right, Roppy. Rexy Parsons got you. Is that all you're going to do?
Yes.
Monkey. Great. Go ahead and give me a we'll call that guts or guile.
Guts.
Coward check.
15.
15's enough. Yep, you don't even have to roll again. That's good. As soon as you jump into Parsons' arms, 2 things happen. 1, you stop being a monkey. And 2, you break out of this illusion, and you do not see the skittering or darkness anymore. And of course, we're going to finish up here with Ford. Ford, how would you like to get your way yourself out of this?
All right, we're gonna use chill out.
Okay.
Chill out. Your vibe is throwing me way off. Enemies hear this and are immediately chilled out and frozen in spot.
Okay. Yeah. So you just say chill out, and
All right, everybody, chill out.
And yeah, the immediately the vibe chills out and the skittering darkness dissipates around you. All of you have surpassed the check that you needed to pass, or found a clever way out of it. Something spooky's going on here, but all of a sudden, all of that skittering and darkness is gone. It's like as if it was never really there. And that is when a creepy butler out of the out of the woods comes meandering up, and he says, "You must be Mystery Inc."
Yes, we are. We're here to
Yes,
solve your problem.
No, we're not.
Yes.
we're here because we
Well,
were promised gold.
gold you shall have. My master is eagerly awaiting you up in the mansion. And he as soon as he says mansion, like lightning strikes and you see the silhouette of a mansion up on a hill. And you guys are in like a cemetery for that mansion. And he says, right this way. And he points you into a dank crypt that leads up a flight of stairs. And as you guys get through this crypt, you walk out into the gardens of the mansion. And right before you, you see a beautiful mansion. It's a gorgeous well-crafted mansion. Everything is hand-carved, handcrafted, from the wooden beams to the fixtures of it. The outside is definitely seen its time. It is time worn, and it is looking a little rickety on the outside, but you can tell this was once a very beautiful mansion. Anybody, you guys are all from the town, so you can all roll a genius check here to see if you know anything about this mansion.
A natural 1.
And I'm going to roll for Barf.
I got a total 16.
I got 17.
All right. Ford rolled an 11. So, Vera, you know immediately, of course, you've read about this mansion in a book. This is the Snacker Mansion. This is
Snacks.
the Snacker Mansion, which was once owned by the great entrepreneur and model train enthusiast known as Tracy Snacker. Yeah, so Tracy Snacker was a local legend. He really big into model trains and made a ton of money in the early model train businesses. As she had this mansion crafted for herself. This was hundreds of years ago. It's definitely a very, very old mansion.
Is it my stepdad?
Is it edible?
Is it edible? No, that's just their last name, Snacker.
I mean,
I tried to
anything's
bite it.
edible if you believe in yourself.
That's true.
Well, they do say that humans taste like chicken. That's what cannibals say.
I'm not going to find that out today.
Anything tastes like chicken if you put it in
Today
your
he's
mouth.
not going to find
Right
out.
now,
Today.
Not
you're
today,
possum.
Awesome.
You guys look up into the mansions and you see these steps that lead up to a once beautiful porch guarded by 2 gnarled faces of old gargoyle statues. The statues have on their cover, like on their plaques, to the left, the statue is named Pete, and to the right, the statue is named Moss. So Pete and Moss guard the doors, and the corners of the porches are elegantly carved, with elegantly carved framing, are now commanded by cobwebs and dozens of spiders capturing their prey and ever watching with their thousands of little eyes. The butler opens the door, and you are greeted by the stark contrast of a beautifully kept interior. It's clean but old. The butler takes you. He says, "Follow me this way to the parlor. I will have you wait here while I go get my master and make sure he's ready to greet you well dressed. Dressed at all if we're lucky."
Hey, sir, where's your kitchen?
The kitchen is closed for tonight. I can have snacks and beverages brought out to you if you'd like.
Nah, I just want to know where the kitchen is.
Not everything involves food there, Sloppy.
Oh, well, it is to me.
The kitchen is behind the door to the right, but I assure you it is closed.
Don't matter to me.
Now, if you guys don't mind waiting in the parlor and going nowhere else.
Can you at
the
least give me
halls
a
of this
chair or
mansion
something? This is uncomfortable.
are
to stand
dangerous.
in.
There's
As
chairs in the
soon
parlor.
as he leaves, me and Pawson go charging at the door.
You charge at the door, and
Yes.
you're met with a barricaded, locked door.
Zoinks!
You smash right off of it. So you guys find yourself in the parlor, which is the walls are covered in like a deep red velvet and adorned with beautiful designs made from black sand and stone. There are bookshelves all over covered in old, dusty, and forgotten books.
Are they leather-bound books wrapped in mahogany?
Leather-bound books wrapped in mahogany, yes, with golden clasps. Now, so you guys have a minute in this room to yourselves as the butler goes and gets the master of the house, and you guys have comfortable chairs. There are beverages that have been laid out for you, glasses of water, wine, and snacks, little cheeses, grapes, whatever you want to snack on there. What do you guys want to do while you're in this room? You can take a look around. You can look at the books. You can...
Bored. My feet hurt, and I take my heels off and put them in the air for him to rub.
Just relax, all right? This is what you get for wearing these shoes in a mansion like this when we adventure. Wearing heels and running do not match.
You know, I have to wear heels. I look prettier that way.
I understand
lifts
that your
my
ass looks
booty.
wonderful.
Thank you. I put them back on and stand.
That's a good girl.
I'm gonna
Don't
reach into
touch
all the food.
anything, or wait till we get our assignment. This is how we get in trouble.
You're
Stop.
right. You're right.
I'm just gonna grab all the food. I'm gonna grab actually, and I pull out the Great Meteor, a meatball sub covered in marinara and provolone. My favorite. Sloppy can cast a spell summoning of meteor strike on one enemy. I shoot it at the door.
You shoot a meteor at the door.
Yes.
Great. So
kitchen.
you take this big meaty sub and it's balled up into a giant meatball and you throw it at the door. Just go ahead and roll like a flat 20. Don't add anything to it.
All right.
We'll call this a luck check.
14.
Well, it's above a 10. Yeah, the door opens up, creaks open, and a horrible wind kind of gusts through it, and you hear almost like a whisper, Sloppy. You hear, "Stay out," and the door slams again, right in your face.
You go first, Paulson.
Go, real quick, because you just had a scary thing happen to you. Go ahead and give me a guts roll.
8.
You take a point of grit as your sanity begins to slip as something spooky happens.
If only there were pills to help with that.
I mean, I got a few.
So do we have to lose all of our grit before we get the random spooky?
Yeah, once your grit goes to 0, then you gain a point of insanity. So, Sloppy, you are scared at this moment. Your fear kicks in, and you start rattling to the bone.
I run away.
Good. Would anybody else like to do anything?
Can I check the books and see if there's anything that Vera has never read before?
Of course, absolutely. Go ahead and give me a genius.
It's impossible to roll a 30. You read all those books.
12.
12, yeah. So you're looking around, and what stands out to you is that most of the books are dusty, except for one. One of the books is looks like it's been handled recently. There are some fingerprints on it, on the dust. And you pull out the book, and it is a book called "A Book About the Gods," and it is titled "The Stars Are Wrong." It is a book about old gods and their doings, and it looks like it's been recently handled and read.
Can I look through it and see if I can determine?
Oh,
if
we
there
can't
are
hear
any
you at all
changes?
now.
Oh no! Oh no! How about now?
Nope,
Mhm.
it's gone.
But I was able to hear him.
I
Oh
heard him.
no, maybe I can't hear you. I can't hear anybody.
What?
There
You
we go.
can't-
Can you hear me?
I was muted.
Yeah. Okay, we got you.
Can you hear me now?
Sometimes my shoulder hits my headset's volume thing and I can't hear anything. Okay. So
Okay.
you find that book. That's all. Nothing explicitly odd outside of it being recently handled, and it's about old gods.
Okay, there's no like pages that are marked or anything that would implicate anybody or anything.
No, nothing's marked, but the book is mostly about like the gods of old, like Abeloth and Cthulhu and
The
a
elder
couple other of
gods.
the old elder gods. Yes.
Spooky.
Yeah. So as you're reading that and everyone is hanging out, an old figure walks through the front doors
Guards! Hide!
with a you guys he walking with a cane with a tennis ball on the end of it. He's a rather
damn, he
unassuming
old.
looking he's a rather unassuming looking man. Without his clearly expensive and elegant clothes, you would probably go unnoticed in his day to day, but he walks in with his very elegant clothes, his cane with a tennis ball on the end of it, and he says, "Oh, welcome. You guys must be Mystery Inc. I've heard so much about you and the crimes you've helped solve, like the tale of the missing spaghetti. That was a good one."
That was tasty.
Well,
Focus, Sloppy.
I'm poking out from behind a potted plant, like looking out, like, who is this?
well, I'm glad to see you all here. As as you know, I have invited you here to help me solve a mystery of rather urgency.
Is that why this couldn't wait until tomorrow?
That's exactly why I couldn't wait till tomorrow. You see, I have a very important business trip to attend,
Oh, it's the guy
and
that
I need to
texted
leave.
us.
Well, yes, I don't know how to work those conflabit things, so I had my butler send the text messages. But you see, my name is Geraldo Snacker. I am the beneficiary of this mansion that was passed down to me from my ancestors. You may remember Tracy Snacker. She had this mansion built so long ago. Well, I have come into a rather dire issue where, you see, my granddaughter, she visits me every so often, and it's usually a delight to have her around. But it seems she's gone missing, and I need your help to find her. Sh-
Sounds like
My-
a call to the police.
Well, I would call the police, but I have such a high status that if my son were to find out that I lost my granddaughter, he would have me put in a home and locked away for senility, and I would lose all of my stakes in my business, and I just cannot
Stakes?
have that.
Wait,
I
so you're
heard
saying
stakes.
I shouldn't be tweeting this?
Absolutely not. We have to keep this on the down low. You see, that's why I hired you instead of real detectives, because if any public information would get out, then I would lose all of my riches.
Whoa,
And
whoa,
my
whoa,
house-
whoa, man.
Delete.
Whoa, old man. We are real detectives. Just because
Oh.
we're not fancy.
Oh, I heard stakes.
Sloppy,
stakes.
focus.
What?
Sloppy, focus.
I've heard of the great misadventures of Mystery Inc., and that's why I hired you. I didn't mean real detectives as a slight, really just more that they have official guidelines they have to follow. They have to report and write up paperwork. You guys are a little bit more loose cannon, so to speak.
You leave
Upper-
Delilah's vagina out of this.
We operate in the gray. Ford! Now is not the time.
Oh, that's you guys are a spicy group. I am very fortunate to have you in my house.
Like spice.
Now, it happened about a week ago when my granddaughter came over. Everything was fine and normal, and then one night she complained of hearing whispers in the darkness. Somebody trying to reach out to her. Of course, I said, "No, that's crazy. It's just an old house. You're hearing the creaks and groans of a house that is many, many years old. Probably the foundation starting to give out. It will crumple upon us soon, and we will all die here." But
Positive.
it was a few days later when I heard the whispers as well. I thought, this is strange. I've lived in this house for so many decades and I've never heard this whisper. So I went to her room, and when I got there, I could hear her screaming for help. And when I opened the door, there was nobody there. The room was thrown about and in a mess, but no sign of my granddaughter. I'm sorry.
Whoops, I'm out the door.
Get back here, Sloppy.
I would like to reconsider my former offer. I think you should be calling the police for this matter.
No,
This
we
is a
cannot
clear-
call the
I
This
agree.
is
police.
a clear break,
Call
enter,
the
and
police.
kidnapping.
Listen, the police, first of all, they don't get paid by me. I'm going to give you gold.
Oh,
Real
gotcha.
gold.
This is
You
not.
should have
This is,
started with
Not
that.
worth it.
this is tax deductible. There's no taxes involved in this, right?
No taxes at all. It's a gift, you see. Can't
Wow.
tax a gift. He winks
Her-
at you.
her-
I just want food.
All right, all right. So
Technically, any gift over $15,000 is taxable.
Well, then it's a donation.
there we go. There we go. We can get it.
We,
can
would
get
have to
our
have a
mis-
charity in place to be accepting of a donation
Helmet,
to keep it tax-free.
Vera.
Can I get inside the kitchen if I do this?
I will give you full access to the kitchen if you agree to help a poor old man like me.
I'm in.
How much gold? How much gold?
Well, it's in weight. I will give you each a solid gold bar.
Vera,
Is it
math
the-
time. How much is that per person?
Let's see, 5 solid gold bars, because we're giving one to Pawson as well, would equate out to about
Crunch the numbers.
$12.
Make it 2 bars each.
You got it. 2 bars each, 2 for the dog.
Now I
We
walk
call that
over.
negotiation.
I walk over to, what is his name? Haraldson.
Geraldo.
Geraldo, and I say, I think I figured this out. And I go to pull his hair off.
Ow! What are you
Oh.
doing?
Delilah, you don't assault the customer.
Oh, I thought this was a mask. It's always a mask.
No, this is my face. This is my hair. Now,
I'm so sorry.
We'll deal with that later.
now you guys are going to have full access to the mansion and all its amenities to make sure that you can solve this mystery, find my granddaughter, and return her to me safely so that I can prove to my son that I am capable and not incompetent and definitely not senile, and that I only wear these diapers because it's convenient.
I mean,
Well,
that's a mystery all for yourself there, sir. But we will find your granddaughter.
Oh, that's exactly what I wanted to hear. Now, me and my butler are going to take off now. I've got a very important meeting to catch in the morning, and we have to start traveling immediately. So I leave the mansion to you. Be careful, as it is an old mansion. You never know what you're going to find, really. And just be careful with the things on my walls and the walls on my things, and we'll be okay. I'll come back tomorrow to check in on you, and hopefully by then you've solved the mystery. Sound good?
Does your place have a hot tub or a sauna by any chance?
Oh, of course. In the back gardens, there's a hot tub, a sauna. There's hot springs if you want it. Anything your heart desires. I have it here in my mansion.
All right, perfect. We will find your granddaughter.
Excellent. Exactly what I want to hear. Now, I bid you adieu, and I'll see you all in the morning with my granddaughter. Bye-bye. And he skedaddles out of the room quicker than an old man of his age should be able to move. And his butler, like behind him, like groans, and kind of grabs his face, and he says, "Good evening," and walks out with behind his master, and they are gone for the day, leaving you guys access to the mansion. Now, he left you with a small map of the mansion. The mansion has several rooms for you to investigate. That you guys can choose to go through. Of course, there are the living quarters upstairs where everyone spends the night. You have the butler's room. You have his granddaughter's room, which he told you her name is Gracie. I forgot that I left that out. And his room, of course, the main bedroom. And then on the first level where you guys are at, there's, of course, you're in the parlor. And then you have the central hallway, you have a workshop, you have a pantry and cellar, there's an attic, and there's, of course, like all the other normal things, kitchens, closets, all that stuff. But those are the main
go
rooms.
check the kitchen. Pawson, we're going to go look at the kitchen.
You literally just heard a voice telling you to stay out of there.
That's why Pawson's going first.
I guess I'm going in. It's worth it if there's good food in there, you know. And he walks through the door, and this time there's no creepy, eerie sounds or winds or anything like that. Door opens. There is just an ordinary amount of food in the fridge. Nothing too crazy here. There's some sandwiches ready to be eaten, a salad or two.
All right. I go ahead and reach inside the refrigerator, and I pull out Ghost Paprika. Unique spice that can be added to any. Why is there a seasoning in the fridge? Whatever. I shall eat it.
Well, you never know what these old folks do. You know, they keep bread in the fridge sometimes.
I think I'm going to save this one for later. It has to be added.
Yeah, you can use that at a later time. That's fine. So you guys have all the different various areas. It was, of course, right when you leave the parlor, the first area that you're met with is the central hall that connects you to the other rooms. If there's anything you'd like to investigate in the central hall, or if you'd like to go to any of the other rooms, which again, you have access to the workshop, the pantry cellar, the bedrooms, and the attic.
Hey, Ford, what do you say we go check out the sauna and around back?
You read my mind.
I think that's actually a great idea.
Vera, you should check the attic.
Vera, you can stay here.
Well, hot tubs are known for making brain-eating amoeba, so her body could be in the hot tub.
Don't ruin this for me, Vera.
Vera, check the attic.
That's also a great idea.
Yeah, you go. We
Great.
split the party.
Okay, sure. Sloppy, where are you going?
I'm still in the kitchen. I'm looking at every fridge.
All right,
Oh,
so you're-
there's a walk-in. Boston, let's go.
You are looking in the kitchen, which attached to the kitchen is the pantry and cellar. So I'll have that left to
Go
you.
right into the pantry.
Delilah and Ford are going to the back gardens where the hot tub is, and
Going
Vera
her
is
back garden.
hey, Vera is going up to the attic to investigate in the attic. This is great. Exactly what you need to do is split the party in a haunted mansion. It's perfect.
Gotta check for clues.
Let's start off with Vera going up into the attic. Let me scroll on down. Vera, you walk upstairs past the bedrooms and you find a ladder that heads up to the attic. You walk up the ladder into the attic, and the attic you can see is filled with various things from the house's deep history. You can see most of it's covered in sheets, like old dusty sheets. You see a few knickknacks and boxes labeled with different things as you walk through. Real quick, as you're like investigating the immediate area, go ahead and give me a genius check.
7.
7. Yeah, so you don't notice anything immediately interesting. You can try to look for clues here to see what's going on with this mystery if you venture a little bit deeper into the attic.
I venture a little bit deeper into the attic.
Excellent. Completely by your own volition. So you venture deeper into the attic, and as you are walking back, you see kind of like moonlight coming in through a pane window, and you see the moonlight reflect off of what looks like a young girl. This could be Gracie. She looks like she's kneeling in front of an old dusty mirror. What do you do?
Hello there, young girl.
As soon as you interact with her, she what you see in the mirror is the face of a young girl with beautiful long blonde hair, and she turns to snaps, kind of like her neck snaps towards you as you mention her name, and her face is that of a horribly mangled, ghostly visage. Her teeth and gums are hanging out, and her eyes are empty black sockets. And she screams and disappears, vanishes before your eyes. Go ahead and give me a genius or guts.
8.
You take a point of grit as you see something spooky, and your mind starts to slip a little bit. But out in front of you left is this beautiful mirror that seems to be calling you, seems to be wanting to bring you into it. Do you resist the urge to go to the mirror, or do you go and investigate?
My naturally curious need for knowing everything is going to lead me to the mirror to take a peek inside.
Okay, so you walk up to the mirror and you take a peek inside. And as soon as you get up to the mirror kind of shifts your perspective. Everything around you begins to distort, and suddenly you find yourself no longer in an attic, but in another space entirely, filled with a red sky and the black like dirt and sand everywhere surrounding you, and you see creatures that you can't quite explain flying overhead. And that's when you see out in the distance a large hulking figure that walks towards you as if a mountain has begun to walk. I need you, as soon as you make eye contact with this giant figure, I need you to make another genius check.
It's a goddamn 5.
You take 2 points of grit.
Oh no. I'm at 0 grit.
That means you gain a point of insanity.
Best.
So that means you're going to get an insanity effect. I'll roll it for you. All right. So you are inflicted with not the bees, oh God, the bees, not the bees. You have so this is like a point of damage, so that doesn't make sense. But you have this constant buzzing kind of in your ears now. Like you always sense bees kind of floating around you. You don't know what this is going to do to you come down the line, but you have this constant buzzing in the back of your mind always. I'm going to highlight that.
Oh God, not the bees.
So yeah, you're screaming up in the attic, not the bees, not the bees, when Pawson breaks away from Sloppy without him realizing it, and Pawson comes and shakes you out of it. He grabs you and he's like, Vera, you okay? I heard you screaming.
Oh, Pawson, it's you. I'm so glad you're not a bee. Oh, there are
What do you
bees
mean?
everywhere, Pawson.
There's a
Bees.
beehive up here. I'm allergic to bees. We gotta get out of here.
You got to get out of here, Pawson. The bees.
Her glasses. She can't see without her glasses. Put her glasses back on.
That's it.
So you guys, you leave the attic in a bit of a hurry. I'm gonna make you roll this. Just give me a flat D20. This is a luck check on your way out. One more chance.
It's a 4.
Not gonna.
Are
do
you
it.
rolling a
Ah,
D20
damn.
or are you rolling like a D6?
I'm rolling my big chunk D20 that my
I'm gonna roll one
Damn.
for
It's got 4 sides.
Pawson. Damn, he didn't do it either. All right, well, that's a clue unfound. So you guys, you leave the attic, and in your hands, actually, as you're leaving the attic, this is something else entirely, something that's very important to the confines of the game. In your hands, as you woke up, you didn't realize you had it in your hands, but you do have a small piece of what looks like an amulet, like a small, like, intricately etched design thing. It's like cracked. It looks like it's supposed to be a circle, but you only have a quarter of it. What it is, you don't quite know. Maybe some more investigating will help us find out. Let's
I
cut.
look down at it.
Go ahead.
I look down at it and I say Jankies. And I also find a set of truck nuts.
Nice. Oh, you did. Yeah, you found your thing. You're like, oh, this amulet looking thing. Oh, truck nuts. What was the, let me see, Jankies, truck nut. Oh, there's nothing there. Truck nuts. Yep, you just have truck nuts.
just a regular ass old pair of truck nuts.
That's it. You can keep those in your pocket, use them for later, maybe. Let's cut on over to Delilah and Ford. The both of you are preparing to get into the hot tub. The hot tub is already ripping and roaring for you. It's a nice steamy temperature on this nice cold October evening, and you are ready to get into this hot tub. What do you do?
I gingerly take my clothes off. I always have a bathing suit on underneath. So a nice
you
little
do.
bikini. And I dip my toe in to test the waters.
Yeah, it's good. It's comfortable. Oh, so warm and inviting.
I gracefully slither in.
All right, yeah. You slither in, and yeah, oh man, this hot tub feels great. It's got the bubble jets. It's right on your lower back. Feels good, giving you a nice massage. It's even got like the nice foot massaging bubble jets. Ooh, this thing
Lord,
is
I don't-
high-end.
I don't see Gracie, but this feels too good to stop.
Cannonball. I just plop on in.
Yeah, yeah. Ford splashes into the water alongside
Oh,
you.
Ford,
Yeah,
you're such a frat boy.
very relaxing. Very, very relaxing. So relaxing, in fact, I need you guys both to make a guts roll. Ford, I'm going to roll for you. I believe your guts is 1.
6.
Yes.
Man, you guys cannot roll above a 10. You guys are so relaxed by this, you begin to drift away into a ethereal sleep as you are relaxed effortlessly by this hot tub. And when you guys open your eyes for what feels like you're waking up, perhaps hours later, you can't feel your bodies move. Your arms and legs aren't working quite right. And that's when you
felt this before after a bad drink.
you guys see that you look at each other and you now acknowledge each other. You're definitely in the hot tub, but you can't use your bodies. And suddenly a wet pile of hair slinks up from underneath the surface of the water, and then what seems like 3, 4, 5, 6 hands start crawling up your body. Ford,
Jeepers, they mean business.
For Delilah's hands, until you see the horrible face of a drowned, let's say, wraith is staring in front of you, and they attempt to grab you and pull you under the water. I'm going to have you guys both make another check here. You guys can try to do whatever you'd like to do to try to avoid this, whether you're using guts, guile, or genius, or an ability of yours.
Ford, is that you? You know I don't like these games.
That definitely ain't me.
Well, I'm going to call for Daddy's help on this one. and I am going to use my randomized ability, and I'm going to take my phone out from the water. It's waterproof, obviously.
You
And
have to
it's
use
got-
your mouth. Your arms and legs don't
I was
work.
going to say,
Oh yeah, yeah.
you're
Well,
kind of paralyzed there.
It's
sorry.
voice activated.
Siri. No, it's Daddy. Daddy,
Daddy.
I need help.
I thought I was.
So I screamed to Daddy. Daddy is
Heyo.
the AI on the phone, and a drone flies overhead and drops a costume on top of me. It is a Shrek costume, and I say, "What are you doing here in my swamp?" And now I am a giant ogre, and I gain combat bonuses and
Okay.
impose fear on my
So-
enemies.
Yes, and this point, the second
I'm
half is
ugly.
going to be more important. Is going to help you invoke fear in this. Ford, do you have anything to say or do here?
I'm going to use let's fuck. You want to fuck, or you just stand there staring at me? Target finds Ford irresistible and focus all
Okay.
attention and attacks Ford.
All right. So they are both simultaneously aroused and terrified of what they see in front of them. This ghostly visage.
Sounds
What I'm
like
going
most
to
of my
do is
dates.
I'm going to have them. I'm going to have them roll to try to.
Here we are, flipping the script.
Yes. So what I rolled for them, and I'm going to have each of you roll. Tim, you can roll for yourself. I have the number I need for them, and this is for Ford. Okay,
Well,
Ford's
this
is enough. What did you
18.
roll? Oh yeah, both of
18.
you beat the roll. This was a contested roll, and they rolled lower. They rolled a 14. Ford rolled a 16. You rolled an 18. So the visages, they let go of you. The ghosts let go of you. First afraid, like they scream, like you see, like it's like a face of shock on the monster all of a sudden, and then it like looks towards Ford, and it's like, well, I mean, maybe okay, like you've convinced me. And then they like start to slink towards you again, and then you guys snap out of it. You are awake just like you were in the hot tub before, and Vera and Paulson are there with you.
Get out of my swamp!
Like, what are you guys doing?
Like,
What's going on here? I heard screaming again. First Vera screaming, then Delilah screaming. Ford's making noises I can't explain.
The water is getting quite handsy.
It held us down, and I had to try to save Delilah.
That's
But now I'm
you,
ugly.
Ford. Always
Do you
the
still love
brave
me,
leader of the
Ford?
group.
As
Yeah,
long as you
so
let me in your swamp.
you guys avoid taking any grit there or insanity by slipping out of the ghostly trap. You look at Vera and you notice that she's like swatting every now and then, like at her face, like there's bees kind of.
Totally normal for us. Like, we just think she's weird.
Yeah. So let's cut over. You guys are doing that. We're gonna cut on over to Sloppy
Wait,
Reynolds.
did we find anything like clues under the water or around the garden or
Oh
anything?
yeah, sure. Give me a genius, guile, whatever you want to roll. I'll roll for Ford.
13 plus like 1, so 14.
Damn, Ford rolled high. Yeah. So on the edge, this is the great part about storytelling. I could just put clues wherever I want. On the edge of the hot tub, you find a wet journal. And inside the journal, if you read it, it talks about, it's written in a very nicely fine written script, almost like cursive, very, very feminine writing. And it's talking about, it says, she always calls me hot dog water. I hate her so much. I can't wait for the old one to take care of her. I'm tired of this. And it is signed on the bottom. It's like, Dear Diary, she keeps calling me hot dog water. I hate her so much. Yours truly, NJ.
NJ.
N.
New
Like
Jersey.
the letter N for newbie. Okay. So great. So we cut over to Sloppy Reynolds hanging out in the kitchen. He finds his way entranced by the promise of new food as he ate through the refrigerator. And he says, oh, there's a pantry cellar here. And you can walk down. It's like a couple of steps down into a stone cellar used for keeping wine and things.
All right. Well,
So do you head down?
I do head down after I make myself another sandwich. Let's see what I'm gonna start by. I'm like, what do I get? Meeting the buffalo chickie. A toasted bun with a beautiful fried buffalo chicken breast. This sandwich is so spicy, Sloppy can breathe fire for one turn. Okay, well, I'm walking down. I need light, so I'm hot. Pawson!
So you shout out for Paulson as you make your way down into the pantry cellar. Maybe there's something good to drink down there. Maybe some wine, some good old vino. So you make your way down, and the pantry smells musty and wet. The dirt floors are slightly muddy from rainwater seeping in through the cracks of the wall, and old food litters the rickety shelves, and vinegar fills the bottles that were once wine. All except for one pristine, very well-aged bottle of Pinot. You guys, yeah, it's the best wine.
What?
Uh,
Nick?
and it is sitting there calling your name as your fire is coming. Literal fire is coming out of your mouth. You can see this one old bottle of beautifully aged Pinot.
I turn around and look for Paulson and I realize that he's not there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I freak out. And so I run and look around. I just grab the bottle.
Great. So you grab the bottle. Do you drink it? Do you open it? Inside the bottle, if you can easily see.
Well,
there's
I'm
actually...
holding it as a weapon.
Oh, okay. There's a as you pick it up and over your head, you notice as the light kind of catches it through the window, there's a piece of shiny metal in there that looks like a quarter of a circle.
Well, that's interesting. Then I'm going to just smash it.
Great, perfect.
Smash the bottle, burn the corpse.
You revealed my trap card. So when you break the wine bottle open, you start to see blood pour out of the bottle where you broke it open. And it's just lots and lots of blood, and it starts to crawl up your body and turns into a black bubbling goo that attempts to work its way into your eyes and mouth. Go ahead and give me a check.
I am definitely doing the cartoon run back up the stairs. I got a nat 20.
Oh, awesome. So you're able to shake off the goo with the piece of scrap metal in your hands, and the goo is left behind as you scurry your way out of there like lightning. You break through the pantry doors, out of the kitchen, into the hallway where you meet up with everybody else. Vera, Ford, Delilah, and Paulson are all waiting for, not waiting for you, but encounter you in the central hallway.
Can I knock them all over in my fury run?
Roll a d20. I'm gonna roll for the group.
16.
Yeah, you slam right into everybody. Like everyone's like in one of those cartoonish piles. Limbs are kind of sticking out everywhere as you guys are all back. The gang's back together again. And Vera and Sloppy, you guys both have a small piece of metal with some intricate pieces like carvings into it. And when you put them up to each other, when you show them to each other, you realize that these things connect to each other. But they're two pieces of a whole.
Do I happen to? Can I roll to see if I recognize any of the writing from the book that I was reading, or anything like that?
Sure. Yeah. Give me genius.
That's a nat 20.
Beautiful. Yeah.
I'm either
Suddenly,
rolling 20s or 4s. So.
Suddenly, you remember from your reading of the history of the Snacker Mansion that there was writings of a like rumors of a hidden passageway locked away by a mysterious amulet key that nobody has ever found since the days of Tracy. And you remember that is in the central hallway. And you turn around and you see a large statue that is a statue of Tracy Snacker in all of her elegance. And she has at the bottom of her feet, there is a small divot where a circular key looks like it could fit. You realize that the two pieces you have fit perfectly in there, and that you're just missing two more pieces.
All right, so we got two pieces. What do you notice on the writing?
Yeah, is there anything special that we know that I can read it? Can we read anything? Can I read it?
What you do notice is that the symbols, though not complete, look a little similar to some of the symbols you were reading in the book about the Elder Gods.
Corky. That looks like one of the ones I have.
And also, I'll give you on that nat 20. You notice that there is some blood on the tokens. Like there is like a bit of white fabric from like a nice, like very nice white fabric on it and blood from where maybe somebody cut their thumb breaking this apart.
That sounds terrifying.
Be careful with that, Sloppy. There's blood, and blood is known to carry viruses.
Zoink! Jump back into Paulson's arms.
It's all right, Sloppy. I got you. Now, guys, I think we know what we have to do here. We got to find 2 more of these puzzle pieces, put them in that there socket, and work our way into whatever contraption that is. As terrifying as that might be, I have a hunch that that's where the granddaughter is.
Oh,
I have a question. Can we actually understand Pawson, or is he just like?
exactly.
No, just like Scooby, you can understand him. I think they can understand Scooby. I'm pretty sure they can.
Oh,
Yeah, they
yeah,
understand.
right.
They
Yeah.
understand Scooby.
He's a talking dog.
Okay, because I was just thinking it'd be fucking hilarious if you're just over there giving us like this whole like monologue, but like our characters are
Yeah,
just hearing
he's
like
just
a dog
sitting
like whining.
It's like Big Mouth featuring Ludacris. Tough life is what I have.
Oh, I got one of these things. Is this what you're looking for?
Yep. So you guys definitely have 2 of the pieces, and you realize there's a couple more rooms that you haven't encountered yet. Down here is the workshop.
Don't I have
And-
a third piece? FYI.
No, you have 2 pieces.
Oh,
That's it. Yeah,
wait.
you
Oh,
and
they
Vera
didn't
have a
find one.
piece.
I thought that
No,
I had
the hot tub was not a written part of the
Oh.
quest. I had to I had to come up with that. So that was no puzzle pieces there.
That was
Oh,
strictly
alright.
for clapping cheeks.
That's it. Cheek clapping only. So you guys have down here the workshop, and then you have the bedrooms upstairs to investigate.
All right.
Hmm.
While Delilah's taking a shit, Vera, come with me. Sloppy, Possum, check. What are the 2 rooms left?
Yeah, the workshop, which is on this level, and then the bedrooms upstairs.
Sloppy and Possum, go check the bedrooms. Vera, we'll check the workshop.
Should we leave Delilah here pooping by herself?
No,
You
I'm
hear, like,
here. I'm not pooping. Women don't poop.
I was gonna say you hear
Oh,
like from the bathroom.
Oh,
Where are you sending me,
she's
Ford?
back.
come with
Sorry,
me.
sorry,
can't
sorry,
go.
Tim. Sorry, Tim. I have to do it.
What was that?
I was just freshening up.
Zoinks!
So in
Jump back into
classic
his
order,
arms.
Ford is taking the women with him to the workshop and sending Sloppy and Pawson up to the bedrooms.
Wait a minute. Is it Pawson or
Yeah.
Possum?
Pawson, like Jason Statham, but Pawson.
Yeah, you've been calling it possum, and I was just gonna let it go.
I
It's been
was just gonna go with
hilarious.
it.
I just thought that was part of the joke. Honestly, I was like, oh, he's just saying possum because he's Ford. He
He's
doesn't give a
yeah,
fuck.
Possum.
I thought because you're doing the Jason Statham freaking thing. I'm thinking it was just you're saying possum, but with a Statham accent.
Oh no. Pawson Statham.
Awesome.
That's funny.
I'm still calling you Possum.
That's fine. Let's roll with it.
Dialect.
So we'll go through the workshop first, since we got 3 of y'all there. You guys enter into the workshop. It's a simple workshop gone unused for quite some time. Old tools covered in dust hang from the rusted hooks along the wall, and in the middle of the room is an old workbench covered in what appears to be oil. And you can see a shiny metal fragment sitting in the middle of the workbench.
Ooh. All
Oh,
right.
Ford, why don't you be a doll and go get that shiny piece of metal?
Of course, I'll go get it. Grab it.
Nice and easy. No trap here at all. As soon as you grab the fragment, the lights in the house begin to flicker for a second before going completely dark. The house seems to creak and bend, moaning as if it wants to break in half. The lights begin to flicker on and off again, and now bodies can be seen swinging from the hooks where the tools once were. And in the center of the table is a twisted abomination sitting there covered in blood. It violently shakes and screams as it reaches out with one of many hands towards Ford. Everyone in the room can make a check here as you all see this horrible monster in the center of here. Your insanity begins to break and slip. You have to make everyone make a check, whatever it is you decide. You tell me, and then yeah.
2 for Delilah.
Ford, do you want to use an ability to make this easier on yourself? It's going to be a little bit harder for you because you're the one up close.
Could I use a random item?
You could, we can give you a random item that you have. Let's just say you got stuff in your pockets. Why not?
Okay. I'm just curious. I mean, I want to use the beer stein.
Okay, sure. What does the Stein do again?
A standard looking beer stein, but when it's shattered, Ben Stein comes out and with his drone voice puts whoever it's thrown out of sleep. Got to roll above a 10.
For dry
work.
eye.
Or dry eye.
eyes.
Bueller.
Wow. Both ends of the spectrum. So you rolled very high for your check. You rolled a nat 20. The thing rolled a 1. So Ben comes out. Ben Stein breaks out of the Stein, and he says, "If you've got dry eyes, take my dry eyes liquid. It will cure your dry eyes, and you will feel better. And you should stop being a horrible monster because it's not good for anybody." And the monster reacts and starts to fall into a slumber, and the lights flicker on and off again, and everything is back as it was, and you have the metal piece in your hand. Everyone else, so Ford passes check. Delilah, Vera, and Sloppy, or no, it's not Sloppy. Delilah and Vera, since you're in the room. What were your rolls?
2.
22.
What was that?
22.
Okay. Delilah, you take 2 points of grit as this
Hey,
thing was
question.
too horrible to see.
Question real quick there.
Yeah.
Grotto Guide. Does our grit, so I took 3 already, so I already have 1 insanity. Does it stay at 0 or does it
No,
go
it
back?
recycles.
Okay.
So you're back up, and then it has a chance to go back down again. So you guys find your third piece. You make your way out. Ben Stein disappears into the ether. Thank you for entertaining me with your dry eyes. And he disappears.
Bueller.
Goodbye.
Bueller.
Bueller.
Has anyone seen Bueller?
Sloppy and Posson are up in the bedrooms. You have the main bedroom, which is the door is open to, and then you have the guest bedroom where Gracie sleeps, which is also open, and you can see that it's in complete disarray. And then you have the butler's room, butler quarters.
All right, we're going to take a peek inside of you said it was Gracie's bedroom?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to do the head peek. Just stick our heads in and look around, back and forth style.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a genius check. You're going to get help from Pawson, so roll that at good fortune.
Sweet. 16 and 16.
Good. So you find nothing out of the room is completely destroyed. Like it's been like someone was wrestling around in here. But with your astute investigation skills, you find a pair of fresh white gloves.
Oh, these look like fun. Go over and grab them.
Perfect. All right. So that's all that's in there. Nothing else in there.
Okay. Then I go to the next room and do the same thing.
Which room is this? Do you want to go to the
whatever's
master
across
bedroom
the hall.
or the
Sure. Whatever's the next one across the hall.
across the hall? Yeah, across the hall would be the main bedroom, and then next to Gracie's room is the butler's quarters.
All right. Then we're going to go into the master bedroom.
Okay. This one actually has a thing. All right, in the main bedroom, this once belonged to Tracy Snacker herself. It is a beautifully kept room, clean and proper, with the original bed frame still intact and in use. The framing of the bed is elegantly hand-carved with the appearance of 2 giant twisting snakes rising towards the ceiling. And around the corner, like the edge of the bed, is a model train set. A drape hangs over the sides of the bed, and along the walls, a floral wallpaper is used, bringing a nice soft touch to the mansion. At the foot of the bed is a chest.
I'm just going to get in the bed and take a nap.
Great. You take a nap, and you lay in the bed and you begin to take a nap. Pawson goes downstairs and gets the rest of the group and says, "Right, he fell asleep. I couldn't stop him. Bed looked quite comfy. I probably would have gotten there myself, but I know we're here on an important mission, and we've got to solve that mission in order to get the gold bars."
I'm glad somebody here has focus. Let's go,
You're a
Pawson.
good boy, Pawson.
Thanks, Fear.
Thanks, Possum.
Ford nods. And he leads you back up into the bedroom where Sloppy is sleeping. He's just right there, sleeping. The fool. There's a chest there. Looks mighty ominous to me. Doesn't
Hey, don't
smell
look at my
like-
chest.
No, not yours. There's-
Oh, please, everyone's seen your chest. Relax.
You dirty
Yeah,
dog.
I'm just a dog, so you like get changed in front of me all the time like it's normal.
You should really shave down there.
So yeah, you guys see the chest at the bottom of the at the foot of the bed, and you see Sloppy sleeping in the bed.
I guess. Do I roll to try to open the chest myself?
No,
or-
you can just go open the chest if you want.
All right, go open the chest. He's sleeping. Let him sleep.
Great. Yeah, as soon as you open the chest, it looks like a bottomless pit with water on the bottom of it. And it brings you back images of what happened in the hot tub. And then a similarly twisted shape begins to rise out of the seemingly endless abyss of darkness within. And
Close it.
She slowly climbs out one
Ford,
limb at
close
a
it.
time.
Close it, Ford. Close it.
Acrid smell fills the room as she snaps her rotten jaw and screams out of the chest. She rushes towards all of you, attempting to lash at all of you and strike you. So
Ham sandwich.
the first thing you guys need to do is give me a roll to determine if you lose your mind here.
Natural 1.
What you roll, Vera?
19.
19. Nice. Ford, give me oh, I got you. Sorry, not used to that.
20.
Ford and Delilah, you guys each take a point of grit.
I'm not looking too good. I'm losing my mind.
So you take the grit, and then we're going to make a guard against her attack because she is trying to actually slash at you with her claws. So she rolled high.
16.
Ford, Delilah, Vera.
13.
Okay, and Sloppy automatically gets hit, and you're the last one she strikes, and before she disappears, everybody takes 2 points of grit.
Oh, I got insanity.
Good. I think that will give. I think Ford has
Ah.
1 grit left. Yes.
You crazy bitch. I'm going to get you.
All right. Delilah, you are afflicted with flickering lights. The edges of your vision, lights dance in and out of focus. You make your guile checks as gross misfortune.
I see stars.
Sloppy, you took 2 points. I think that's the only 2 points you've taken this game, right?
I also took one early in the beginning.
Oh, but you have 5 grit. You're the
Yeah,
grittiest of
so
them all.
I'm at 2.
And then Ford has
grittiest
1
of all.
left. And Vera, did you just took 2? Oh no, you
Correct. I
passed.
have-
Right? You rolled like a 19.
Well, yeah, but then you said we took 2 grit from the
Oh, you
slash.
rolled low on the attack.
Yeah. So I'm at 1 grit still.
1 grit. Okay, good. All right, I like this. Some people are getting insanity, but not too quick. I've balanced this one correctly. Good. She disappears, and you are left on the bed next to Sloppy, another piece of this puzzle. The final piece of the puzzle.
I
As
thought
you
it was
were-
4 pieces. Or there was a
Yeah,
third.
you found the third in the workshop.
Oh yeah, I'm stupid.
No, you're okay.
It's okay, Ford.
I slowly wake up
we
and
don't use
realize
you
that
for
they're
your
all
wit.
in the room, and I just stare at you guys. Hey, everybody.
Yeah, you.
Hey,
you
Sloppy,
were,
move over. I need to grab that. And I grab the piece and give
Huh?
it over to Vera.
Sloppy, this
Ah!
isn't time to lie around and do nothing. We have work to do.
Actually, we should
Yes.
probably let him keep sleeping.
Oh, let's go find some food. I gotta find some.
You know, actually, it's probably the food that's making you so sleepy, Sloppy.
That's fine.
That's a tongue twister.
Sleeping sloppy sleeper.
Sloppy, sleeping, hungry.
All right. So you guys have all 4 pieces of the key now. You can head down into the main hallway and put the pieces into the statue.
Let's grow, Raggy.
Hey, Vera, I think you should handle this part. Because you're smart and shit.
And shit.
Yeah, I agree. I am very smart and shit.
Jankies.
So we have all the pieces together now?
Yep, you have all the pieces. They perfectly fit into that little piece of the statue. You put that final piece in, and there's a nice soft click. and then you hear the as the statue moves to the side, scraping on the floor, and it reveals a staircase that leads into a basement.
Twinks.
I take out my smartphone and I turn the flashlight on and we walk down.
Great. The staircase leads down into a musty, cobweb-filled basement. Along the stone walls of the staircase leading down into the basement are carvings of ancient-looking runes, similar to those seen in the books thus far. The basement opens up into a large room dimly lit by purple candles in the center of the room. There is an acrid smell that fills the room. In the very center, you can barely make out what happens to be a young girl surrounded by purple flamed candles. She is speaking in tongues, and her eyes glow a soft purple as well. Upon closer inspection, you can tell that this must be Gracie Snacker. She has a book open in her lap, and you can now see that there are runes carved into the floor in an intricate pattern.
I
Do the
think we
runes
found.
look familiar?
Vera, what
Yeah,
does
they
this
look
say?
like the runes from the book you read.
Vera, does this make sense to you?
I can't read this ancient language, but this is definitely from this book that I read earlier.
And you can hear Gracie in the distance in the middle of the room.
What the fuck?
Jankies. She's speaking in tongues. And I just found a used parking ticket.
Yeah, actually, Vera, on that parking ticket, it has the name Newman Jenkins.
Leroy Jenkins.
Does that
Wow,
ring a bell?
Newman
for me?
Jenkins.
Is
That's
Newman
NJ. That's from this journal
Oh.
that I found over by the pool.
I bet you're right, Delilah. Good job.
And I bet that what's possessing him is the dark one, or her is
Wait,
the dark one.
Is Delilah still dressed up like Shrek?
No,
No,
Oh.
she-
Oh.
No, that's
Beautiful,
it.
man.
After she took that shit, she turned back.
She had the
Back as
shed.
normal.
that's
Shed
part
the
of the
Shrek.
side effects of the Shrek costume. You need to take a Shrek size shit.
Shrek.
Shrek size shit. That's another tongue twister.
That's another one.
Yes. So what do you guys do after finding the parking ticket and seeing Gracie in the room seemingly possessed?
Well, Delilah, what does it say in the journal? Maybe there's some clues in the journal.
It just says something about the old one and getting revenge on that bitch or something like that. I think we should just take the book away from her.
Is that what you do, Delilah?
Yeah.
What if I throw these truck nuts at her to see if that affects her?
I'm gonna go attempt to remove the book from.
I
It's a
throw the
combo-
truck nuts
a
before
combo
Delilah
action.
can get there.
Yeah, Vera throws the truck nuts, and Delilah walks up. The truck nuts are a distraction, and then Delilah tries to get the book out from underneath the Gracie. Vera, roll like a get 'em.
I roll.
I rolled a truck nuts accuracy throw check, and I got a 16.
Excellent.
What am I rolling?
Delilah, you can roll guile.
Unnatural 20.
Nice. Yeah, so you guys get up to her, the truck nuts land by her, and her head snaps towards the truck nuts. And you hear her utter something like, you can hear like through the tongues, you hear her whisper like Newman questioningly, Newman? And then back to the tongues. And then Delilah, in that instant, you're able to grab the book, and it feels like you break a tether. But as you do, you grab this book. You get like a good distance away from her with the book, but then she snaps, her eyes go wide, and a spectacular purple light begins to radiate from her mouth, bright enough. It's like a flash off of a camera. It kind of blinds you a little bit, and she begins to levitate, and her body begins to contort. A horrible voice emanates from her, claiming that her body now belongs to them. This body belongs to us now, and
Hey, take my body instead. And
she will open the portal and let us walk amongst you.
Who said that?
I turn myself into the Lombardi trophy. A drone flies in and like attacks me, and I turn into the Lombardi trophy, and it's the trophy for the NFL. For those
Yeah.
who didn't know, and it's awarded at the Super Bowl. For those
Great.
who also didn't know, but I become a prized possession, and I'm able to possess an enemy with my gaze. What I'm going to try to do is get them to shift their attention onto me instead of the girl. Because I'm the prize now.
Yeah, through their eyes, you can see that they start to try to reach out to you with like black tendrils start coming out of her eyes and mouth and hands, and they start to try to creep over to you.
Oh, I'm into this.
Gracie's body
Freaky bitch.
begins to like ready itself.
Take me.
And
Take me,
and
Dark One.
she screams and she grabs onto you and pulls herself like nose to nose, and she starts to like suck out your essence to try to like take over your body. Everybody can act here, and you guys are going to encounter, this is an actual combat, so you guys are going to go into combat with Gracie the Possessed. And Delilah, I'll give you first go since you did this thing, and then Vera, Sloppy, Ford, I just need you guys to roll a d20. I got Ford.
Oh crap!
Ford rolled I think your guile is 2, so 9.
18 total.
18 for Vera,
10 for me.
10 for Sloppy, and then for Gracie. Ooh, that's good for y'all. Gracie rolled a nat 1. And then I'm just going to give Vera a 20. Or not Vera, a Delilah. She gets a 20 because she did all that stuff. All right, so Delilah, you get to kick us off as this body pulls you in. What do you want to do?
I want to give myself into the possession a little bit in order to attempt to distract or give gross fortune to their next roll for like a distraction, as I'm trying to keep the attention like wholeheartedly and solely on me.
I'll let you use a gumption to do this.
Cool. I will use a gumption charge.
So you use a gumption, and that's your whole action. You're basically just distracting, trying to give her gross fortune on the next roll.
Yeah, I rolled a 16 if I had to.
Great. No, you didn't need to roll for it. It's fine. You just expend your resource, and that's gone. I think you only have 2 gumption, right? As Delilah. Great. Okay. Next up on the list is Vera.
Can I check my laptop satchel that I'm carrying with me
Of course.
for a random item to see if I?
Yeah. I'd say that each of you have at least one random item in your pockets. Ford used his. It was the Ben Stein.
Okay. Well, tell me what I got. I would just do me a random.
Sure. You have an ancient shrunken skull, and it's a talking skull, and that when thrown at a target, they are distracted for a turn as they try to shut out the talking skull because it's so damn annoying. So it is going to you can further distract it, or you can just throw it like a projectile.
Wow, I could have swore I left this with the museum after our last mystery that we solved. But hey, it's going to come in handy now. And I just throw it right at Gracie. Is that the name?
Yeah.
Yeah, right at Gracie.
Okay, you're going to throw it as a projectile, like a weapon?
Yeah, for sure. Yes.
I can't hear you, dude. Your
Yes.
microphone, it's just got to go right in the
Yeah.
garbage.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
Not
No?
even all the way in
Damn.
your throat. I can't hear it.
There we go.
Yes.
No,
There we
did
go.
it mute again?
No?
No, that one I heard.
Hold on.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
Can you hear
no,
us
we're
still?
good.
Yes.
It was me. It was me.
Oh. I was like, damn, dog, I got this thing like in my throat. Like I am
I
like
tell you,
deep
my
throat 6 over here.
headset gets turned down. Like I realized I was like, oh, I can't even hear Sloppy. What's going on?
And I think you're talking into the wrong side of it, by the way.
Am I? I got the thing set on the heart. It doesn't matter.
You should
You're,
have.
you're definitely speaking that thing backwards. Where are your controls at in that
Right
thing?
now.
like blurred it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah, that's the side you're talking to.
Yeah, I've been talking into the side with the green.
There you go.
That sounds good.
Now I pushed a
Yeah,
button.
do
I don't
that.
know what I
Keep
did.
doing that. Keep it up in your mouth.
Okay. Well, anyway, yes. The point of the story is this: I'm going to throw the skull that talks at Gracie.
All right. As a weapon and not as a distraction.
Ooh, wait. Yeah, that's a good question. I'm going to use it as a distraction. Yeah, I thought you just would toss it at her and it would distract
Okay.
her.
Yeah. Well, no. There's just. I'm giving you that option because she's already distracted by Delilah.
Oh. Will
You can do it again, and I'll just add a stack of distraction to her.
Okay, yeah. Let's do that. I was going to say, will it
Okay.
stack? So
Yeah, it'll stack. I mean, I'll make it stack. So go ahead and roll a d20. Use your genius.
15.
15 will do it. It starts to circle. You throw it, and it starts to circle around Gracie's head, and it's like, blah blah blah. I'm such an asshole. You fucking suck. You got small titties. Like just like saying all kinds of random shit. As it flouts around, being a nuisance to Gracie. Leading us over to Sloppy Reynolds.
Oh boy. I'm just going to get going to just eat whatever sandwich I have in my hand after I douse it in my ghost paprika,
Okay.
which when consumed, Sloppy turns into a flaming ghost that can go through walls. Only downside is it leaves a fiery trail wherever he goes. And on top of that, I'm eating the Elvis. It's a sloppy peanut butter and banana Sammy on a loaf of French bread.
Yummy.
It gives me a good fortune roll when trying to perform in some way.
Okay, we'll give it a get a good fortune roll as you and again, for those who don't know, good fortune just means they roll twice and take the higher number. You get the good fortune roll and I'll let you use like the ghost form as an attack against Gracie.
I just charge because I think I'm on fire and I freak out.
Okay.
Yikes!
So you slam
Run
over into Gracie.
Yes.
All right, roll a good fortune attack against her guard, which is flat, by the way.
All right, it's going to be a 6.
With a good fortune?
Yes, I rolled a 2 and a 4.
Oh my god. She you go right through her. I will say that the trail of fire does do a point of grit to her. So she at least takes 1 point of grit, and yeah, not now. Okay, sorry, I was reading that. We'll get to it. Actually, it's your turn now anyway. So Sloppy runs through her as a ghost. You're no longer a ghost. And Ford, it is your turn. You can use so you have a single gumption as Ford. You have one gumption. Gumption can be used to modify different things in the game to give yourself a boost in your attack. And in this case, if you want to use your one gumption that you have, you can use an item and a special move at the same time.
Okay, so that's what I was going to do. I was going to use the where'd it go? The Corona. Where is it? Where was the thing I said about bottle of Corona?
I'll see if I can find it. Yeah, I found it.
Yeah, it says bottle of Corona, simple bottle of Corona. Beer restores 1 point. Oh, restores. No, never mind.
But you can, yeah.
Just smash it and shank her with it.
I was gonna use that and then use the Ken doll. Ford becomes enraged and she recalls a childhood memory, gaining 1 point to all checks for a time. Is that?
Yeah. So all I'll let you do is I'll let you take the bottle of Corona and turn it into a makeshift weapon, and then you can use your Ken doll rage as I guess that's something on your sheet here.
Yes, sir.
Trust me, bro. Ken doll. Yeah, and you'll get a +1 to your attack roll. So your attack roll uses your guile, and then so you'll get a +3 to the attack roll here. And you're using it with the gumption, so I'll make it at good fortune.
You got to say the phrase.
I'm not a plastic doll. You can dress me up and flaunt.
There you go.
All right, you rolled really high. You rolled a 22. And you beat her 17. So yeah, you charge up at her, and you smash the bottle into her as you yell out that phrase from Ken doll, and she takes 2 points of grit here. She's looking pretty beat up and weak here, but it does go over to her turn as we get through this, and she's going to use her great attack. It is called Wake Up Screaming. Black tendrils lash out from her to everybody. She's like attempting to pull on your sanity. Everyone must succeed a check of 16 or higher.
Does the distraction do anything with that? Like
she had the distraction was for her guards that she already went through.
Which die is going to give me good one?
9 + 1 Oh, sorry, guard.
So is that like
Uh,
a flat roll, or do we add
12.
anything to it?
You can roll, add whatever stat you want to it.
Would it be guard or no?
It could be guard. It could be, yeah. Let's do it as guard. Everyone roll a guard. This is for Ford. I'm gonna have that +1 carry through for this too. So you're like you have a high guard, like 5 right now.
Four.
Even with that, you weren't able to make it. Damn. So what did everybody roll?
12.
12.
16.
Good shit, Vera. Sloppy, you take 2 grit. Delilah,
I'm now insane.
All right, Delilah, because you're already insane, you take 3 grit. Ford, you take 2 grit, which I think makes you insane as well.
Yes.
And then Vera, you pass, so you're fine. So now everybody is insane. I'm gonna go ahead and roll for Sloppy. You have the sneezies, so you are distracted by the constant need to sneeze and make genius checks at gross misfortune. And then, oops, I accidentally colored that. Ford, you are dry as a bone. You become acutely aware of the fact that your skeleton is in fact not dry but wet. This discomforting idea causes you to take -1 to your guts stat, and you must roll with gross misfortune rolls against skeletons, which luckily we're not fighting against right now. So, yeah, your guts goes down by 1, so I think that puts you at a flat. Yeah, so your grit is reduced to 3, yeah, you guys are all insane now. And are fighting against the great old one. She also, as you look at her, a portal begins to open behind her, and behind her, Vera, you see that big mountainous figure start to lumber closer and closer to the portal. It looks like maybe if you don't take care of her in the next 2 turns, this thing is going to come through the portal. Luckily for you, she's also looking pretty snatched up. Bringing us back to the top, Delilah.
Daddy, help! And I'm gonna call for Daddy's help through my AI smartphone, and a drone's the same drone's like, all right, I got another one ready for you. And this one it's a unicorn costume, and one can say I'm now very horny. So Delilah grows a radiant horn out of her forehead that she can now use. And so I want to use my unicorn head and a gumption charge to just try to pierce her, like straight
Sure.
through her heart, but maybe not her heart. I'm gonna kill the girl, but like maim
Right.
her maybe.
No, sure. I like it's canon now that all of these costumes are like the role play costumes she uses with her and Ford.
I was gonna say I got a horn growing too right now.
19.
I keep forgetting that these aren't actual sneezes. They're pretty good fake sneezes, unless you're
really good.
actually sneezing. He like stuck up some pepper. Yeah. So go ahead and make
20,
your attack roll.
unnatural 20.
Oh Jesus, unnatural.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, I rolled it with good fortune.
you rolled
With
with
my
good
gumption
fortune.
charge.
She passed.
She beat a 20.
She did.
I forgot Derek had like 30 of things.
No, this one's not that high.
We have +1s. They have +13.
She's the boss of the game. You pass right through her. She like moves quickly with these tendrils out of the way. She's like Doc Ock right now, moving around with the tendrils. Bringing us to Vera.
Okay. I am having a brain moment, a big brain moment.
Use the
trying to
biggest
think of what
brain.
to do. Big
Oh my
brain.
God, Sloppy.
Vera,
You
use
can
your big
sneeze.
brain.
I used my big brain, and I look for some kind of random item that might help me again. Huh?
Bolts.
Okay.
Loud?
Yeah, well, use your jankies and see what we find.
Yeah, but okay, fine. Let's use. Okay, Jankies. We could really use some help right now. And I
shit.
find a page from a diary.
Oh, you found the page from a diary. Great.
A random page from a diary that has important information on it. If I make a genius check, I'll get more information. So here we go.
Roll that genius.
It's a 17 plus 3. Oh, it's a 20.
Okay, you from this here's what we're gonna do since we're using this in combat. You read this journal piece and it teaches you how to do a perfect armbar.
I always wanted to learn the martial arts, so here we go.
Yeah, so go ahead and make a good fortune roll to put her in an armbar. Oh my God, Sloppy.
Would I add in gumption on that, or
Yeah, you
Or-
can
or-
use your gumption to. Well, no, it's good fortune already. So,
oh right, okay. Well, anyway, it's a 17.
all right. Yes, she rolled low. She rolled a 10. The 17 beats it. You're able to put her in an armbar. This is going to put her out of commission, and she takes her last 2 points of grit.
You rip her arm off.
Yep. And you put her into an armbar, and then the light fades from her eyes. And just as this giant creature's hand is about to come through the portal closes shut, and all of you regain your sanity. You're no longer insane. The sanity breaks, and you guys all the bees go away. The sneezing stops. Forge, you are no longer aware that your bones are wet. That's back to normal. And Delilah, what was your insanity? I forget.
I'm seeing stars at the edge of my
Oh
peripheral.
yeah, you had stars. Gracie falls onto the floor, locked in an armbar. Her tendrils recede, and Cthulhu does not break through the portal as it closes, leaving them in their own world, locked away forever. Gracie wakes up and she's, oh, what the hell? Oh, my arm! What's happening? Where am I? Who are you people? Leave me alone!
Relax.
They call me
kidnapped.
Cannoli.
What's going on? Where's my grandfather? Where's Grandpa Geraldo?
Well, he's on business, little lady, and we're here to save you.
Your grandpa Geraldo left you in this house with a bunch of strangers.
Here, have a sandwich.
She takes the sandwich and she says, "Oh my gosh, the last thing I remember before waking up, surrounded by complete strangers, locked in an armbar under the thickness of this smart girl, I remember reading a book.
This book here? Would you like to try reading it again?
No, keep the thing away from me. It's evil. I think Newman left it for me.
Before we can use this book later.
Newman Jenkins?
Yeah, Norman Jenkins. Do you know him? He's our butler.
No, but he needs to pay this traffic ticket. It is very out of date.
And as you guys are talking, Geraldo comes down the stairs with the butler. And Geraldo is like, my daughter, my granddaughter. You found her. I didn't know these stairs existed. Where did you guys find these stairs? I realized I left my briefcase here and I came back to get it. I found these stairs were open and I came down here and I found you guys and my granddaughter. That's wonderful. I knew you guys were very capable of doing this, but you need to tell me, what is she doing down here? Who did this?
Why is she in an armbar?
Why is she in an armbar?
Why aren't you eating that sandwich? Give it back.
Your
Your
granddaughter,
thighs are so thick, Vera.
what appears to be your butler, was the one who put her in a trance and brought her down into this cellar.
Sex
Jenkins?
dungeon.
No. Oh, God, that's horrible. Jenkins, is this true? And Jenkins...
I walk over to Jenkins. Wait. I walk over to Jenkins and I pull his hair to see if he's wearing a mask.
He is. He's 100% wearing a mask. And it's just, you pull off his mask and it's like the same guy.
Such a clever disguise that was.
Wow,
And
we
he's-
never saw this coming.
his face looks distraught and like he's like shocked and he's like, I can't believe it. I can't believe you figured this out. I would have gotten away with this too. And he starts to run and he like runs up the stairs and then he's stopped by two gargoyles that come slamming him down on the ground as Pete and Moss have come to life and slam him down on the ground. Geraldo says, well, this just cannot do. I'm calling the police. And he calls the police, and in time the police come and retrieve him from Pete and Moss. And of course the villain monologues, and he says I was going to usher in a new world of darkness using Gracie, who's always been mean to me and called me names like hot dog water, unacceptable. And when the time came, she was going to be used as a sacrifice. And I would have gotten away with it too, if not for these meddling kids and their dog.
Way to go, Possum.
Possum, good job, Possum.
It was all me. Just
How
me.
is nobody
Possum Steve.
freaked out now about these statues that just came to life?
Oh, you mean Pete and Moss? They've always
Yeah.
protected the grounds here. They've been around since Tracy. I mean, there's a little bit of dark magic that's been going around. Didn't you guys see all the weird things going on in that mansion?
Dark magic?
We have a talking dog. Do you really think we're shocked?
Yeah, you guys solved the crime, the mystery of the missing granddaughter at the house of the Snacker Mansion, and you guys have successfully locked up another criminal, and are rewarded with your 2 gold bars each as you guys meet back up at your favorite meeting place, the
It's like
steakhouse.
candy. It's like one of those candy chocolate covered nuggets, or
Uh,
the gold covered nuggets.
The little Jewish coins that they give
Yeah.
out to kids at Hanukkah.
Yeah. You guys have your edible gold,
It's just an
$24
edible.
worth of
I
gold.
eat it.
And you guys, you meet back up at your favorite steakhouse, and you are discussing what to do next. And the camera pans away from you guys having a good time eating all the leftovers that the place had made for you. And the camera pans out. You see the mystery machine. You see the Snacker Mansion out in the distance, and you see an ever looming shadow that might return someday as it looks over the town of Goulsville, Ohio, as it disappears out into the distance, ready for its next victims.
Yankees team.
The waiter hung himself.
Oh no!
He saw us come back. Fuck this.
They left the key. Leave the key.
Our next mystery is upon us.
Next time
How to hide this
on
body.
Tales from the Campfire, Geckos and Grotto Sprints. Maybe we'll be back next time, like week or so, or maybe we'll be back next year. I don't know. I might have something in the works with the Stop Thinking, Start Doing girls. We'll see.
Cool. Hey, Thanksgiving's coming up, and it's still campfire season, so maybe
It's
it's
true.
That's true. Turkey
So we
special.
might get some more spooky stories out to you all. But thank you so much for joining us for this episode of the Scooby-Cthulu-Doo Tales from the Campfire, Geckos and Grottos presents, all that in reverse. Thank you guys for viewing and or listening, depending on how you're partaking in this media. Thank you, Barfy, for joining us as a guest, taking on the role of Ford through this great adventure in Goulsville, Ohio. Does anybody have anything to say before we depart?
Nope.
Cthulhu, bless your
slice.
slice.
Barfy, did you have anything?
I was going to say, guys, if you enjoyed me on this, check out Barfy and the Bass Brigade. We will be revamping up very soon. New hosts and new members of the podcast will be joining us. And
They fired you?
no, the bald bastard has decided to part ways. So we will be bringing up more people.
You got to get a new bastard.
I need a new bastard, and we're gonna enlighten to the female crowd, so there'll be 2 female hosts.
Ooh, that sounds great. That sounds awesome. We'll have to tune in when you guys revamp, get the under new management, and we'll see we'll see how it is. Excited to have you. Are they also bastards or?
Well, I mean, you have like boobed bastards. Everybody's a bastard. Once you join the Bass Brigade, you're a bastard. Doesn't matter, male, female. We don't discriminate. So
That's it.
No one is
Equality
married.
for all. Everyone's a
all
bastard.
equality, all equality. If you're a bastard, you're a bastard.
No one has
Damn
married parents at
bastards.
all.
And with that said, you filthy bastards, thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.
Be good.